Hey YouTube, I'm back with another deck profile video. Today I'm going to do a deck profile video on my Harmony Bermuda Triangle deck. So I'll probably change this one in a couple of weeks to feature a pure Loris deck. So this is basically my Shizuku / Loris, or Shizuku and Loris Harmony deck. That's basically what I refer to it as. So I just call it my Harmony deck because it revolves around the Harmony keyword. So Shizuku, for those who didn't know, Shizuku finally got a grade 3 form. Seems like every year now she seems to get a new, she keeps getting promoted as an idol to the next level. So now all she needs is grade 4 and then she's basically done. So for Full Bright Wish Shizuku, so she does have an on-strike skill. All your original grade 2 cards get +1 grade, and the reason why they do that is so that you can combo that skill with the grade 2 Shizuku and the grade 1 Shizuku. So that's why she has that on-strike skill. And the nice about her is that she has another skill when she's placed on Vanguard Circle. You can counter +1, check top 5, search for a grade 3 card with Shizuku. It would be nice if it was just any grade 3. One thing I don't like about it is that it's only Shizuku, so she can essentially only search for another one of herself, so that does hurt the effectiveness of it. But hey, I wanted to build the deck, and she's pretty much worth nothing right now, so we'll see unless they make Shizuku like a very OP. She gets another grade 3 in the future or something. So for Shizuku, the next grade 3 is the new Loris. So Wonderful Voice Loris. A lot of people were saying that the original one was better. This one's only a R, and it's relatively cheap, so it's easy to obtain. But I do want to point something out that a lot of people don't seem to notice, is that her GB2 skill is when this unit is in Harmony, or if this unit is in Harmony, this unit gets 5,000. Then if this unit is on the Vanguard Circle, it gets a critical. So the one thing to keep in mind is that she can gain that 5,000 power as a rear guard. So she can potentially swing 16 or more with booster as a rear guard if needed. The other one, as far as I remember, did not have a rear guard effect. So the other thing is that she can bounce 2 rear guards, return to the hand for Counter Blast 1 and Soul Blast 1. So there's that too. But I don't like the Soul Blast, so that's why I feel like people saying that the original one is better, I can see the argument there, but I feel like she gains power, and she could potentially bounce 2, so she could, depending on what your rear guard lineup is on the field at the time, you could get more effects off that way. So for her and for Shizuku. So let's do the grade 2s. Next, for Dreaming Step Shizuku. So, like I said with the grade 3, the grade 3's on-strike skill combos well with the grade 2's effect, makes it more effective. Nice thing about the grade 2 Shizuku is that her effect is Vanguard or Rearguard and is not GB restricted at all. So, you can help deck thin early, but since you can't get the cards back from the drop zone, it's still kind of a weird, it just makes the deck seem kind of odd in my opinion. Next, I'm running 4 Love Collect Eleanor. So she's the new Harmony foil card, R that came out in Prismatic Divas. So I'm trying her out. When she's bounced, you can Counter Blast 1 and Soul Blast 1. Look at the same number of cards as the number of units you have the Harmony ability, and then put up to 1 of them in the hand. Put the rest on the bottom of the deck in any order. So she's I feel like she's kind of like Magus or OTT style, but it's specific to Harmony, which is Bermuda Triangle exclusive. So if you do want to run a lot of this, you do want to run a lot of cards with Harmony. So that's why pretty much so far everything I've shown has the Harmony keyword. But something that does not have the Harmony keyword is Emilia. So I'm running 2 Emilia because she's very good with the Loris bounce on-strike skill. Basically Counter Blast 1 draw, but it is pretty resource heavy. She does have resist, so she won't die to Denial Griffin or those type of things if she's on the offense. So there's that. And then Magical Charge Vita. is the final grade 2 that I'm running. She's got Harmony, and at the beginning of each turn's main phase, you can Soul Blast 1 and return her to the hand to choose a grade 1 from the hand, call it to an open R, and then if you have a grade 4 Greater Vanguard, you can unflip 1. So you can do this on the opponent's turn, but most of the time you do it on your turn if you want to unflip. So just an interesting carryover from last year that I brought out, so I decided to keep it here. So for the grade 1s, being a Harmony deck, there's no better Sentinel to run than the Harmony Sentinel, although some people still argue that they're going to run the unflip one. They can do that, that's fine, but I still like this one in here more. So for Wiz is actually really good with Liddy, so if you do want to run the unflip, then yeah, you don't need to run this. But this mostly is the best in here, I feel, because of all the Harmony. You want Harmony keyword, and it has that. But Liddy is your searcher for Harmony. So next for Shandy, because she's Stride fodder and she's a searcher for Loris. So if you want to go Loris that game, then you can use this. If you open up with Shizuku, so 4 of her. I mean, it is a Stride-focused deck, GB2 stuff, so you want... Although, Shizuku's not GB2, but you get the point. It's a GB deck, so you want to Stride as soon as you can. Next through the grade 1 Shizuku. 3 is enough, you don't need 4. You will... with Bermuda, you're always going to see this card pretty much every game at 3 copies. Just make sure you run 3 copies and not like 2 copies. So it combos really well with her on-strike skill, like I said earlier. So 3 Shizuku. Then 3 Anya. Anya is a card that some people think is really cool. I'm one of them. And a lot of people hate this card. They think it's not really that good. So I don't really know why, but people don't think it's that good. So I'm just running 3 of it because it has Harmony, because you can power up something in the same column row as it. It has some interesting scenarios where I've seen this card come in pretty handy against stuff like Chaos Breaker and other stuff like that. So for the trigger lineup, 4 of the Harmony stand, so that's carryover from last year. 4 of the Loris critical, because there's no reason not to run this if you have a Loris in a Harmony deck, of course. Then just 4 more critical. So I am running 4 stand, 8 critical, and 4 heal. And I'm still running Akari as the starter. So there's a couple of starters with Harmony that you can play around with, experiment, see. But I still think Akari is still pretty solid in here because there's so much Soul Blast going on. So you're going to want to use these cards to fill up the soul. So that's the main deck for the Stride lineup. 2 Celebrate Voice Loris. Because it's Harmony, you can use this. 2 of it is fine. 1 of it is also fine. You do not have to flip her. She doesn't persona flip herself. She just flips up something. So, yeah, but you just want all the units in Harmony. So I just run 2 of her because I have 2 of her. Then 4 Olivia, because I got 4 Olivia. Olivia's still a pretty solid card for Bermuda. I kind of think of her as like the equivalent of the Atmile Stride unit. She's just very good, generic, easy to use Stride unit in most Bermuda Triangle decks. That helps you get a 4th attack potentially, and just pretty good pressure card. One new card that the Harmony style did get from the Prismatic Diva set is this one, Lucia. So I think she's pretty decent. She's an alternate way to help you get GB2 quick for Loris or Olivia. So, and she's not an on hit. So basically what she does is when she is in Harmony, you can Soul Blast 1 and choose another face down G zone unit, flip it up. That's what I mean by you can get GB2 quick with this. And then you can choose one of your units in Harmony, bounce it to your hand, choose a 1 card from your hand, call it to R. So it's pretty decent at 1. You only really need 1. It's kind of like a opener, like a good starting Stride unit for the Harmony builds. And then this one's a carryover from last year. Frederica. So this one is an on-hit though, so it's not as useful as a Lucia. It just depends on which one you want to stride first between those two. Then I am running one Amoris, because if I have stuff that I want to bounce at the beginning of my turn, I'll stride this. It just depends. Like if I don't want to Soul Blast for whatever reason, I can stride this sometimes. So that's just one of is needed. I mean, it's not really needed, but you can run it. Then I'm running one of the Chocho Trial Deck Stride unit. It's an on-hit, so that's why you only really need one of it. But it's not, it could potentially draw you two, and you don't have to, what was I going to say? It's not restricted to Chocho, so that's why you can run it. And then one Somni, the original on-hit for Bermuda's in here. So as you can see, it's, except for Loris and Olivia, I don't really know what Loris and Olivia, the prices are right now. But other than them, it's, you can tell it's basically budget. Like it's not, there's the new GR is not in here. Angus, whatever her name was, Angie, and yeah. So without her, that's still relatively budget to build, assuming you have like 2 rare Olivias or something, and a Loris. So the rest are all G Guardians. So 1 Nasha, 1 Leona, 1 Palfi, and 2 of Kitron, because Kitron is the new like +10. So I just went for variety in terms of like the up to +5k more shield. So it's just really good to have variety, I feel, if you're going on budget. So that's basically it. Let me know what you guys think of the Harmony version of the Bermuda Triangle deck, like how it stacks up to Prisms, Chocho, and then the rest of the meta. So let me know what you guys think about it in the comments below. I'm looking forward to reading the comments, and I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks.